Hi and welcome back to Mismatch. We are on Chapter 7, all according to plan. Tell me, how's your day going? How you feeling? A couple days after the opera, you enter Veronica's office with a stack of files detailing her dating preferences and possible matches. I see you're prepared with new matches. Let's hope some of them are as good as Damien. Veronica, could you explain why exactly you want to see someone else? I thought you had a great time with Damian. A woman shouldn't just settle for the first good match that comes along, should she? What if she misses out on someone better? Veronica, have you thought that maybe you're unsure about what you want, so you're finding excuses to knock each guy off the list? Or maybe you aren't doing your job right. Veronica's eyes go wide as she realises what she said. Her shoulders deflate. Sorry, I didn't mean that. It's been so long since I've had to date, I've forgotten how to go about all this. I don't like feeling out of control. I'm so woefully out of practice when it comes to dating with all the added stress of the situation. Her lips tighten as if she's trying to stop thoughts from crawling out. Veronica, what would you tell a client? You've helped me, let me help you. I didn't do anything. You got hired because you proved yourself. You don't owe me anything. Of course I do. I will use the same thing I owe every client. My undivided attention. Now you're just trying to butter me up. I sure am. Suddenly, you hear yelling in the hallway outside. Excuse me, do you have an appointment? She's my wife. I don't need an appointment. I don't know why I went with that accent. It's Richard. The door swings open. You see Veronica's husband in the doorway, still yelling at Jeremy. I don't know who you think you are, talking to me like you make the rules. You and Veronica share a panicked look at the files of potential matches on her desk. Hide the files, Valentina. I should swipe them off the desk, sit on top of them, distract Richard. Had to rush that one. You heft yourself onto Veronica's desk and cover up the documents. Veronica's eye twitches as you make yourself comfortable. You let employees sit on your desk now? I'm trying to make this office more casual and friendly. Right, I need to switch up his accent. What do you want, Richard, aside from causing a scene? I wanted to talk about some paperwork I just received, sweetheart. Ah, paperwork. Valentina, we're done for right now. You can leave. Shut the door, please, Jeremy. You give her an understanding smile and leave the room. Jeremy shuts the door behind you, grumbling under his breath. The nerve of some people. Rounding the corner to your office, you find Aphrodite chatting up Maggie. Fraternizing with the enemy? I would never betray you. She was here when I came back. I promise. You know, acting so defensive makes you look more suspicious, right? Aphrodite turns and shoots you a smoldering smile. Just wanted to stop by and let you know that Veronica loved her date with my match Antonio. We're scheduling a second one tonight. Yeah, rub it in. So little bite. You're not struggling, are you? For your information, we're doing fantastic. We have a ton of dates set up. You go, Maggie. Oh, really? How'd you manage that? Oh, Aphrodite, it's her trade secrets. You're not struggling, are you? You may act all superior, but for once you're running out of ideas, aren't you? Trying to steal some inspiration from moi? What's to say this Antonio isn't just a made-up person? Your smack talk would be a lot more effective if you had more than one date to show for it. Then you'll be interested to know that we're doing so well that I'm scheduling a date for Veronica this evening. You are? We are? Absolutely. Right after a date with Antonio. Aphrodite squints. Her eyes bore into you, but you don't back down. Nah, I'm calling your bluff. You don't have anyone lined up. Oh yeah? If I was bluffing, would I do this? You whip out your phone and message Veronica, telling her to come to the stockyard after her date with Antonio. She responds enthusiastically. Aphrodite laughs as you show her the message. Your worry builds with each chuckle. Behind Aphrodite, Maggie is in a bug-eyed shock. Interesting. Very interesting. I'm curious to see how it all works. Well, well, well. I knew I'd find the two of you chatting. This man is a snake and I don't like him. You quickly hide your phone. Jeremy's eyes follow the movement. I'll be watching you two very closely. What are you, a fucking movie villain from the 80s? If you don't back off, I'll bring up your boundary issues with Veronica. Am I clear? Go ahead and do that. Veronica was the one who asked me to spy. She what? She gave me a secret task and I'm not going to fail. I'll show her why I, Jeremy, should be the next CEO. Jesus. I've been working alongside Veronica for years and I've learned all there is to know about this company. It's time everyone understands my greatness. I just want to punch him in the face. Do none of y'all get the same feeling? Listen closely. Don't make me let Maggie off the leash. Deborah also tried to get in my way. Now she's fired. Understand? Fortunately, I'm not Deborah. I'm Veronica's nephew, so don't come at me with threats like that. Are you done? Valentina, Maggie, and I have actual work to do. Oh, I'm done. For now. As Jeremy skulks away, Aphrodite takes your arm and leads you into your office. So this Jeremy stuff may be a teensy bit my fault. I faked an email from Veronica telling him that she had a secret assignment for him so he'd stay off our backs. It kind of backfired. Kind of backfired? Look, anytime I try to convince him that spying on us isn't the secret task, he just doubles down. Oh my god, we have to do something with this before his snooping leads to him finding out about Veronica. Which is why I need your help here. So, let me get this straight. You created this problem. And now it's gotten out of hand and is also affecting me. Yep. And you're asking for my help to solve it? Glad we're on the same page. Oh, can we prank him? We can set up a few clues for him to follow to get him off our backs for a while. That's what I'm talking about. Come on, Valentina. Think of how much that slime ball deserves it. It would be really satisfying to give Jeremy the runaround for a while. It might not be punching him in the face, but... And I know the perfect plan. You send Jeremy an email telling him to meet you in the break room and that it's urgent. Somehow, Jeremy is already waiting for you in the break room. You know, part of me knew you were in on it the whole time. You do seem to be perceptive. Not much happens around here without me knowing about it, which is why I was so surprised when you showed up. I think a lot of people here can say the same. Maybe, but some of the people who work here are simple And obviously you aren't. Obviously. But enough with small talk. I have a feeling you know something I don't. Something about a specific task left to me by a specific someone. I know enough to put you on the right track. That's all I need. You're looking at the 3-time champion of the local die-hard escape room. Isn't replaying on escape room cheating? That's not important. What information do you have? Keep it a secret, but the employee handbook is a cipher. You can only see the clue in the dark. I knew some of the language in it was suspicious. He pulls a copy of the employee handbook out from the table. You just carry around a handbook? Of course, I'm a model employee. Now show me the cipher. You snatch a pen and begin flipping to random pages, circling or underlining various words. You hand it back to him. What is this? The key. You're welcome. Jeremy squints at you, and his voice drops into a whisper despite you being alone in the break room. You aren't even a real matchmaker, are you? What do you mean? You came from out of nowhere and you're still in this competition somehow. What's more likely, that you're a once-in-a-generation matchmaking savant, or that you're an actress Veronica hired to test me? The way he thinks he's so special. No, honey. Wow, Jeremy, you got me. I'm an actress. Not everything is a conspiracy. But keep it between you and me. She's using me to mess with Aphrodite. Don't worry about me. Anything that messes with her is a great idea in my book. What a slimy snake. A cipher in the handbook? That's genius. He'll keep trying to solve it until his hair falls out. My plan's even better. Will help him solve it, but the answer will just lead him down the rabbit hole. Aphrodite, keep Jeremy distracted for the next half an hour. Easy. I'll rearrange the snacks in the kitchen. Jeremy hates people messing with his organization. So, in the meantime, Maggie and I will set up a real cipher. I'll bring my employee handbook. Aphrodite goes to distract Jeremy, while you and Maggie head to the conference room. Inside, Maggie drops her employee handbook on the table. Okay, what secret message are we trying to get Jeremy to solve? It should be short and vague. Something that will drive him crazy trying to figure out the meaning of. Something like... This is why you should not give us the option to do things. Perfect. I took a code-breaking workshop a couple of years ago. I should be able to make a cipher in a few minutes. You are seriously perfect. Parfait, as the French say. Oh, and one more thing. She hands you an earpiece. Songs, but what? Songs, but what? I have an idea too. Listen to this. She leans in and whispers in your ear. A devious smirk spreads across your face. You are an evil genius, Maggie, and I couldn't be more proud. Later, you watch from down the hall as Jeremy enters the conference room. You and Aphrodite quickly push a potted tree in front of the window and spy behind from it. Inside, Maggie looks up from her employee handbook. You hear everything through the earpiece she gave you. Maggie, what are you doing here? Did you get the message too? No, Veronica gave you the secret mission too? to decode the employee handbook? Does he not realise how ridiculous this sounds out loud? He whips out his handbook and sits beside her, eyes wide. Maggie nods seriously, then leans closer to him. Yes, but before we start, there's something you should know. What is it? My email had a code in it. I think I solved it, but I need help understanding the message. Tell me. Let me try to remember. She touches her ear where her own earpiece is hidden beneath her hair. You recognize your cue to feed her a line. The message said, they heard it in the bathroom. Some plants are plastic, that one flickering light. Maggie repeats it to Jeremy, whose face scrunches up in confusion. Do they mean the plants here? The plants outside? All the plants in the entire world? What's the importance of plastic? I don't know. I was hoping you'd have an idea about this. Whatever codes in this handbook will help us make sense of it. Right, let's get to work. They flip through their employee manuals. After 5 minutes of Maggie steering Jeremy in the direction, he gasps as he writes down a word. Gay rights! Oh, I don't regret doing that once. That was perfect timing. Oh my gosh, what do you think it means? Gay rights. Gay rights. I know I heard someone talking about that recently. It just fits so well in the context. I need to get my journal. Maggie, wait here. I'll be right back. He tears out of the conference room, and you and Aphrodite hurry back to your office, where you collapse in laughter. Oh my god, he's taking it so seriously. Aphrodite wipes tears of mirth from her eye. Oh man, I never thought you'd have this good of an eye for pranks. I'm loving this side of you. Does this make me more attractive to you? 100%, yes. Well, I have a lot of layers. My best prank was pretending to like you. I'd love to take them off sometime. Aphrodite! You playfully smack her and lower your voice. Not during office hours. Uno's could walk in. That's what makes it fun. You're insane! It's part of my charm. Anyway, now that we have Jeremy off our case, we can focus on what really matters. Viciously competing to win this company? Exactly. Now, if you'd excuse me, I have a lot of dates to plan. Oh, me too. Lots of dates. So many dates. So many dates. I'm sure. You give Aphrodite a push and she leaves your office, passing Maggie on the way out. You're back early. I thought Jeremy had some important stuff to share with you from his journal. I told him I had to get back to work. Besides, I think he feels more important working alone. He'll be busy for a while. So, a date for Veronica tonight, huh? What's the plan? Aphrodite is sending Veronica on a second date with Antonio tonight. I'll just call Damian up and schedule him for after. Except, when you call Damien up, you don't get good news. Shock horror. I'm sorry, Valentina. I'd love to see Veronica again, but I'm already penciled in for family dinner tonight. Oh, no worries. Have a great time. We'll talk about your next date with Veronica later. You hang up, your face falling. Maggie reads your disappointment. So what now? We can't let Veronica show up for a date with nobody. Maggie will think of something. I wish I knew. We always think of something. I've been on the edge of losing since this competition started, and I've always come out on top. Wait, hang on. I was just fraternizing with the enemy a little while ago. Maybe we'll steal an idea from Aphrodite's playbook. Get as many matches as we can, and then cut down from there with mock dates until we find the one who's perfect for Veronica. We'll have to work fast, but you're right. This is our best bet. Just don't tell Aphrodite we're doing things our way. My lips are sealed. I'll start combing through the matches right away. Later that night, you've just finished assembling your notes for the mock date when Maggie arrives, tearing through the bar towards you. All right, I've got your outfit all set. She tosses a garment bag onto your lap and rocks on the balls of her feet expectantly. You take out a stylish skirt and blouse combo. I thought it might help to put you in the right headspace to find a date for Veronica if you wore something that channeled her chic and profesh energy. But I had it tailored more to your aesthetic and will be the perfect addition to your wardrobe. Oh, it's cute, but we're gonna save the diamonds for Aphrodite because we are hoes. Oops, I'm a whore. As always, Maggie, I appreciate the enthusiasm, but these are just the tryouts. We don't need to go that far. After the matches have arrived a little while later, you stand at the back of the stockyard looking over the candidates. Thank you all for coming. Feel free to mingle and I'll call out your assigned number when I'm ready. Drinks are on the house. Laquelle they are. A drink is on the house. The crowd grumbles their approval. Let's get started. Number 1, you're up. So, Mr. Worthington, your profile was very boisterous about your family lineage. Can you tell me more about that? Yes. My family's old money. Perhaps you've heard of Worthington doilies? Can't say I have. Worthington handkerchiefs? Also no. Worthington stationery? Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. He rises from his seat. My grandfather was the runner-up for Time's Person of the Year award in 1927. I will not sit here and be insulted like this. Oh no, what the ooge lost. Next. Well, at least you understand the severity of the situation. The tragedy of our generation. Quite. Good day, Mom. Great start. Next. Arf, arf. Oh, it's little Zeusy. Zeus barks at Mr. Worthington's heels, chasing him out of the bar. Goodness, get me away from this beast. The next match takes a seat and smiles sweetly. Hi there. Thanks so much for putting this all together. It's my pleasure, Scott. So, tell me about yourself. Oh, I live a simple life. My kids like to say I'm a real-life fairy godmother. How so? I spend most of my time up north in my cabin, tending to my garden and painting. When I'm not there, I'm teaching children about the arts. Wow, that sounds so peaceful. Zeus agrees. It is. Plus, my cabin is free from electronics, so the government can't spy on me. Oh, no. Is that the thing you're usually concerned about? Of course. They're everywhere. How does he say this with a smile on his face? He leans in and drops his voice to a whisper. What do you think all those wires you see everywhere are for? Electricity, phone lines, high-speed internet. That's just what they want you to believe. It's all in my book, The Lies We Eat and the Monsters That Feed Us. I'll be sure to check it out. Oh, look at the time. Guess we're done here. Oh, nonsense. There's still plenty of time left. If you want, I can give you a copy of my book and we can talk it over. Thank you for coming in. Bye. Don't let the door eat you on the way out. Arp! Maggie and Zeus escort Scott out and then return. Maggie's smile is large as ever, but you can see the tension in her eyes. So, how are you feeling after a few meetings? Maggie, where did you find these people? The diamond. I'm not sure that's how it works, but I don't think that's how the saying goes. Just work with me here. Maggie's expression brightens as she puts on a brave face. Well, if that's the case, this diamond is going to be huge. Zeus hops into your lap and licks your face. You snuggle him close. Thanks, buddy. This will work out. We're just getting started. Arf! An hour later, the next potential match sits. A bead of sweat rolls down his forehead. So, Doug, tell me about yourself. Isn't that Farley? Okay, I guess we're reusing yet another face. Doug. Zeus sits at Doug's feet, looking up at him with adorable, pleading puppy dog eyes. Ruff! Slowly, Doug lifts a block of cheese from under the table to his mouth. He stares you dead in the eyes as he takes a bite. Are you eating a block of cheese? Nope, next. I thought I was doing well. Silently, Doug leaves, taking his cheese with him. You groan and slump over, resting your head in the crook of your arm. What did I do to deserve this? Someone sits down across from you. You don't bother to raise your head to address them. Tell me about yourself. I am Drew. I own a bar called the Stockyard. Maybe you've heard of it? What are you doing, Dad? This is where the mock dates are, right? Well, I'm mock dating. A mocking date. Dad, this is my work. I can't mess around right now. I've got basically no time until Veronica shows up and nothing to show for it. That's exactly why you should do this. Let me take your mind off the ticking clock. I've been watching you work and you're doing a great job. What you need is a nice, simple mock date that goes well to get you going again. You're not going to leave until I give in, huh? You betcha. Zeus hops into your dad's laps and puts his front paws on the table. Aww. Yep. Come on, you can't say no to both of us, can you? Okay, fine. I tell you, doing a French accent in a man's voice is hard. In case it sounds off, that's why. So, Dad, what do you want out of a relationship? What do you have to offer a partner? Tell me about your favorite daughter. Free beer. Dad, come on. I'm relaxed and I'm a simple guy. I don't need anything fancy and I don't want anything fancy. I just want someone who values me. But, we're getting there. I wish you were a client. You'd be a cinch to match. This is where you really reveal some sort of dark secret that ruins your chances. Nope, can't think of any. Guess you're already at top of the list, son. Maybe I should just go on this date with your boss for you, huh? help you out? Dad, no, I was kidding. You can't date Veronica, that's just weird. What's so weird about it? Because I don't want Veronica to be my mom. Work and family should stay separate. I don't want you to set up and get hurt. Balancing my obligations to you, Veronica as my boss and you as my dad and client could lead to some really uncomfortable situations. I don't want it to lead to any bad emotions between any of us. You're getting a little ahead of yourself there, Junebug. But don't worry, I was just offering for your sake. I'll stay out of this. As if on cue, your phone rings. You force as much pep into your voice as you can muster. Veronica, Hello, Valentina. I just finished my date with Antonio and it was lovely. I'm very excited to see what you've cooked up. You glance at the empty bar and gulp. Well, you're definitely not going to expect this. Wonderful. I should be there in 15 minutes. The phone clicks as she hangs up. You bury your face in your hands. 15 minutes? We're all out of mock dates. What's the plan, Valentina? Jinbag, you're always doing so much for me. Let me help you just this one time. Just so you have something to show for your boss. Fine, but this is only to get me through tonight. Just promise to be a mediocre date, please? You got it. I'll scare her off by enthusing about my niche hobby of toenail clipping art. Perfect. Maybe tone it down a little. Don't totally humiliate me, but you're on the right track. Your phone rings again and your heart leaps into your throat. You pick it up without looking. Veronica, that was quick. Try again and come out back. Aphrodite, what? But she hangs up. You clutch your phone, letting out an angry breath. I'm going to get some fresh air. Be right back. You stomp out into the alley and find Aphrodite already smirking. Hey there, Miss Master Matchmaker. What do you want, Aphrodite? Whoa, what's with that tone? Trouble in paradise? I asked first. Well, I did come to see if you'd actually wrangled up a date for Veronica, but I'm sensing a resounding no. You force the scowl off your face and try to look confident. Oh, I've wrangled up someone, all right. You know me, Aphrodite. I always pull through. It's a good thing Veronica's date with Antonio went so well, or I might even be threatened. You bite your lip, but you can't keep up the bluff any longer. Well, you might still have this. I disqualified all the candidates, so Veronica's just going to have a date with my dad. You know, get your dad to take the fall tactic, huh? Didn't think things had gone that bad. You slump bodily into the wall. I just don't know what else to do. Today was a disaster. Now you're making me feel bad about coming to brag about how good her second date with Antonio went. Wow. Good for you, really. You should feel bad. You stopped by just to gloat? Really? Whoa, in my defense, I thought you were kicking ass tonight. That's kind of our thing. I talk about how awesome I am. You respond with a quip, then we flirt a bit. I really wanted this to work out, but I backed myself into a corner this morning and now I'm paying the price. Veronica's going to be here in 15 minutes for a date that's purposefully going to suck. I feel so stupid. Hey, it's not over yet. I'm going to remove my cool matchmaker facade for a second, okay? Prepare yourself. You can't help but let out a quiet chuckle. Uh-oh, sounds serious. I don't know if I can handle that right now. Aphrodite gently lifts your chin so you meet her eyes. You're surprised by the sincerity in her gaze. You're a really, really good matchmaker. You're smart as hell, you're frustratingly kind, and you pull off things you have no right succeeding at. So what if you messed up tonight? If anyone can bounce back from this, it's you. Do you really think that? What if Veronica gives up on me and just goes for your Dom Antonio? Nah, Dom Antonio isn't that great. You're still in this. There's a lot more good things I could say about you, believe me. You're special, Valentina. Aphrodite, what's the angle, Lea? You mirror to me too. I didn't say. I read between the lines. Aphrodite's voice gets softer, soothing. In that case, there's no point hiding the truth. I don't like seeing this competition get you down. It's only fun when you're at your best, and you're at your best when you're feeling confident. It's one of my favorite things about you. That I only do well when I'm confident? That you're a confident person. It's insanely hard. You sigh and roll your eyes, but a grin spreads over your face practically against your will. And she's smiling again, all according to plan. You're ridiculous. And I guess maybe, possibly, sometimes that's one of my favorite things about you. Ooh, we have favorite things about each other now? This might be getting too serious for me, Valentina. Aphrodite, can I have a hug? Kiss me. Aphrodite leans in, pausing a few centimeters from your lips to murmur softly. Gladly. She presses her lips to yours. The kiss is soft, sweet, and lingering, warming you from the tips of your ears to the tips of your toes. You wrap your arms around her, savoring the feeling of holding her close. You feel her smile against your lips. Feeling better? A lot better. Everything's going to be okay. If I say so, then it's gotta be true, right? Thanks. I needed this. And I'll take any excuse to steal a moment with you. But it's been 15 minutes. Veronica should be inside by now. You step away from her with a sigh. Well, here's to watching my dad purposefully sabotage a date with my boss. Cheers? Hey, I know you'll have me on my toes tomorrow. Good luck, Valentina. Luck? When have I needed that? Aphrodite laughs, shaking her head fondly. Chin held high, you head back inside. Veronica's already at the bar. She's smiling and playing with her hair and laughing with your dad? I've always respected bartenders, you know. I'm sure a sweet man like you has helped plenty of people find their match. Sometimes I even get a tip for it. Veronica laughs boisterously, placing a hand on your dad's arm. Ha ha ha, Drew, you're so funny. What is happening? No way, Veronica and your dad are flirting? What will happen next? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Tune in next time for the next episode of Mismatch, and we'll see what happens. Stay frosty, puppies.